now.
Push to move for the change. The Equal Rights Amendment, it got blocked by filibuster yesterday by the GOP Senate. Here's the breakdown of the disappointment. The 51-47 vote to invoke cloture was short of the 60 needed for final consideration of the resolution. Senators Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski were the only Republicans to join all Democrats to present in supporting a vote on the ERA. Senator Dianne Feinstein remains absent from the chamber, recovering from shingles. Yeah, because I'm sure, when I'm out of a job, I can just sit at home and do nothing. I'm in a place about Feinstein, but whatever. Anyway, now, really, I want you to remember really what the ERA is about. It was first introduced in 1923, and this is largely what it says. So Section 1, equality of rights under the law shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of sex. Section 2, the Congress shall have the power to enforce by appropriate legislation the provisions of this article. Section 3, this amendment shall take effect 2 years after the date of ratification. And that 2 years thing is absolute bunk as far as I'm concerned, because it needs to be ratified in the now as far as I'm concerned, especially if we're out here saying that everyone is equal. But again, if we're only talking about wealthy white men, then I guess that's why they would block the ERA. But anyway, we're gonna head to Common Dreams, which wrote this. So while the amendment passed both chambers of Congress in 1972, it must also be ratified by 3/4 of all state legislatures or 38 states, a quota that wasn't hit until a 2020 vote in Virginia, decades after the 1982 ratification deadline. The resolution blocked in the Senate on Thursday, led by Murkowski and Ben Cardin, would have eliminated that deadline so the ERA could take effect. That would have been awesome. Now the reaction and disappointment, it was really widespread, because why shouldn't it be? Out on Twitter, well, the president of the AFL-CIO, Liz Scholler, tweeted this. Minority of senators just voted to filibuster against the resolution, which would have ratified the ERA and provided constitutional equality for half of this country. And it's unbelievable that in 2023, women and LGBTQ people still don't have equal protection in the Constitution. Exactly. My thought is that if our lawmakers are gonna talk about it, they should be about it. So why not pass the ERA? But then again, there are so many reasons why I think we all know. Anyway, well, the League of Women Voters of the United States CEO Virginia K. Solomon also stated this. Today is a disappointing day for women. Our nation's elected leaders have failed yet again to see us as equal members of this democracy. It is shameful that despite the significant advances made in recent history, Americans continue to face discrimination on the basis of sex and lack equal rights in the Constitution. Inequality hurts everyone, and we must not continue to be a nation that harmfully excludes and marginalizes women.